Hi there, welcome to another edition of Thornton Now. We are really excited to be back in person, being able to have conversations with some great employees. And today we have two really special employees that are going to join us. We have Lisa Ranalli and Diane van Fossen. They are actually going to retire after years of service to our city. And so we get the great opportunity of talking about all the amazing things that have happened over the last few years during their tenure here. So we'll start with Lisa. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started with the city? What made you come work for the city of Thornton?
Yeah, so I actually started with the city in 1989. So I am I am at 32 years. And prior to that, I worked for the city of Brighton. So I managed their active adult center as well for a couple of years. And then really, I started working with older adults when I was 16. I worked in a nursing home, and I just have a passion for working with this population. And the city of Thornton has just been a great opportunity for me and a super career.
No, your passion for the community shows in all the work that you've done in the time that I've known you, for the few years I've been on council, especially with this amazing active adult center. And not too long ago, we did a big tour, but can you tell us a little bit about what we've been able to do since some of the COVID restrictions have eased?
Right, so actually we were able to dedicate this building in July, as you mentioned, of 2020. And unfortunately with COVID, we weren't able to open the building, but we were able to do a lot of virtual programming. We were able to reach out to our folks through phone calls and coffee chats over the computer, that kind of thing. But we are now moving towards about 50% occupancy, but for us, that still means that you have to make an appointment. So we've opened up the facility for fitness classes, for the fitness center, and some healthcare services. And then we've been really successful with our Curbside meal program. So we're doing about 150 meals every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that's been pretty successful.
Now, I know the Mayor Pro Tem actually has spent some time passing out meals as well. I know the community is very happy to see that program continue.
Yeah, and I think with this new location, we're seeing a lot of new customers that we haven't seen before. And so it'll be interesting to see how we transition off of Curbside and move back into the facility. But I know we have so many people that are excited to come in and take advantage of this amazing facility.
So during your time working with the city, what has been your favorite program that you've been able to shepherd in to be successful in the city?
Favorite? Well, I have an amazing team. So they've been very creative with all the programs and services that we've done. But I think our core services like transportation, the meal program, healthcare kinds of services, those really mean a lot to people. And then just, the whole idea of being able to get together, meet someone else, know that you're valued in your community, that you matter. We just do so many programs and services that really focus on that.
Well, we're very much going to miss you and all the things that you've done with us. Hopefully you're not going anywhere, but do you have any great plans for retirement?
Well, shortly after I retire, I'm going to head to Tucson, Arizona and spend some time with my sister. And my husband and I love to bicycle, so once we get through COVID, we're hoping to do a little biking in Europe and some other places. So just relaxing and enjoying myself. Yeah.
Sounds great. Is there anything you want to share with our community?
Well, I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you to the leadership, council, for all of the support over the years. And then I want to thank the team I work with now and my past employees. And then I'm part of a great department with super peers, and then all over the city I've been supported. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful. And the participants, I'm going to miss them. And it's been hard to not spend time with them and see them. But hopefully they'll do a drive-by on March 5th and say goodbye to me. So,
well, on behalf of the council and our community, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for your support.
And we'll be right back with a little more Thornton Now.
Theo Gonzalez, EMS captain with Thornton Fire, coming to you today to talk about the access to vaccines in our community. We're very excited to see the arrival of vaccines, as now there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But I do want to stress the importance of continued masking and testing when you have symptoms or you've been exposed to somebody that is positive to COVID-19. We know that most vaccines won't reach the general public until about June or July this summer. And so we know that this is a critical time for us. We want to keep masking, we want to keep testing, and we want to keep all of those hygiene and social distancing practices that you guys have been so good at this past year. We're almost there, Thornton. Help us stop the spike.
Next up, we have Diane Van Fossen, who is also one of our great employees who's getting ready to retire. So Diane, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started at the City of Thornton?
Well, I started back in 1997. I assisted with projects. So I worked with Lynn Lathrop, who was doing projects and as the city forester at that time, so started that way.
That's great. So, and you started about the time that we passed a new Parks and Open Space tax, right?
That is correct. The Parks and Open Space tax, the first one passed in 1997 and started gathering money in 1998. And what a wonderful thing for the city. The citizens really recognized how important that was. And you can see today where it's gotten us. We were able to purchase open space lands, park and open space lands, trails, build trails. Today we have over 90 parks. We have over 2,500 acres of park and open space. We have over 200 miles of trails, local and regional trails, as well as bike lanes. So it's just been a tremendous thing for the city.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I've actually been spending the weekends when the weather is a little nicer, going out and walking on our trails. Do you have a favorite trail in the city?
Gosh, there's actually a lot of great ones. The new one we have coming in, and it will be later this year when we start construction, is the Big Dry Creek connection under I-25. So that's a big one. But I also love the Farmers High Line going from all the way from Northland on up to Trailwinds and beyond. So that's a great one. Niver Creek is a great one.
Yeah.
Great trails system.
So what is your favorite project that you've worked on during your time with the city?
Boy, that's a tough one. There have been so many, and one thing I'll remind everybody, it takes a team. There are so many people that make up a project. I mean, anywhere from not just our department, but Parks and Recreation, but also the support services staff, contracts, those people. Infrastructure is a big part of everything we do, city development. So I just want to remind everybody, but it's a big team effort to bring projects to fruition. And gosh, some of the big ones, Carpenter Park, Park and Open Space, that one took several years to come to fruition. And once we finally got the dollars saved up, what a gathering space for the community. It's just it has a little bit of everything for everybody, and just a great facility.
Well, and I love how the focus is always not just on gathering, but unique spaces so that people can enjoy the Colorado outdoors. So thank you for your efforts on that. It's pretty amazing.
Well, you're welcome. It's been, it's been so great to be able to be a part of it. So just great for the city.
So hopefully you're not going anywhere after retirement either, but do you have any big plans?
No, I'm going to enjoy the facilities now that I have more time. And I keep telling everybody I'm going to get ski and I'm going to camp on weekdays, miss all the traffic.
No, that's great. And again, we're going to miss you so much. We really appreciate everything that you've done with us. Is there anything that you want to share with the community?
Well, thank you, you and City Council and all the support that we've received. The department and the city's just been great. And working with our Parks and Open Space Advisory Commission, they're always anxious to hear from the public. So if you have anything you'd like to share with them, we meet quarterly, and they'll continue to do that, and that would be great. And just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody at the city for the support.
Thank you. And also on behalf of the council and our community, thank you for everything you've done for our city.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's it for this episode of Thornton Now. Thank you for joining us. And as you can see, we're starting to open things back up in the city. So as COVID restrictions ease, we look forward to seeing everybody in person once again.